This is Michael Popok, and where are you? You're on the new Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build it and get to 200,000 by the end of the week. 200,000 subscribers, unheard of in 19 days of existence. We're doing it with your help. I'll do my part. I will curate and executive produce the content that you've come to know and expect and rely upon on Legal AF right here. This is your home for all things Legal AF, right? The podcast is here. The hot takes are here. The new analysis is here. The content makers are here, including court accountability, all right here. Free subscribe. Let's talk about Elon Musk. Must we? We must. Musk has taken it. I think he's decided he's just going to be a satirical character. He's just going to, but a dangerous one at that. He's going to be like the Despicable Me guy, or one of the bad guys from one of the Bond movies or Mission Impossible, who lives in the lair, the remote lair somewhere, who's trying to figure out how to attach, to pissed off piranhas, some sort of nuclear weapon. That guy. That's Elon Musk. Now he thinks it's fine. He thinks it's just perfectly fine, not only to take $60 million of his $270 billion and just give it to Donald Trump to do whatever, to try to close the hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollar gap between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, a widening gap every day. But now he's gone as far as to, if he hasn't crossed the line and committed violations of our election law and our election funding law, I don't know that he's pretty darn close. His new one, he is going to pay $47 for what he thinks is going to be the Trump presidency number. $47 to everyone who's MAGA who registers to vote. $47 for every MAGA citizen who registers to vote. He's paying people to vote. Does this seem wrong to you? I think it seems wrong to the Federal Election Commission, but they don't care. They're going to ask for, they're just going to do it. They're not going to ask for permission in advance. They're just going to ask for mercy at the end. That's where they're at. And at the same time, you got his mother, who's equally nuts. Elon Musk's mother, and she's going around telling people that it'll be a good idea, since the Democrats are doing it, to just register illegal people that aren't here legally, who are not citizens, who can't vote, 10 at a time, and let them vote in 10 different precincts all at the same time. Who cares? It's exactly what the Democrats are doing. It's not exactly what Democrats are doing. Let me just, I know that they have brains. I know that they're carbon-based. They have the 5 senses, apparently. But let me speak directly in camera one here to Mrs. Musk, or whatever your name is. You seem like a relatively bright woman. You emigrated from another country, gave birth to Elon Musk. He's an evil genius, but he's a genius nonetheless. He's done pretty well for himself. He's done some amazing things for the world if he would just shut the F up about it and stop trying to shove his policies down my throat. Now, I'm speaking to you. Citizens are the only people that can vote. There is no, and never has been, any outcome determinative fraud that has changed the outcome of an election. There's always fraud in every country at every election time. Somebody votes their father-in-law's ballot when they shouldn't have. Somebody votes their dead father's ballot. Somebody votes in the wrong precinct. Somebody is not yet 18. Somebody is a felon. Somebody's green card but not a citizen. It happens in very small amounts, like 0.0001%. In fact, this whole bullshit that's been driving MAGA to try to get votes is to claim that illegal aliens are voting. Do you know the Brennan Center has done a study and an analysis? You know what percentage of the vote is people who are not allowed to cast votes that are not citizens? 1/10,000th of a percentage. 1/10,000th of it's 0.000001%. Okay? This is not a problem. This is like building a nuclear warhead to kill a fly. All these voter suppression laws that are being put in place. So on one hand, you got MAGA and Republicans being paid for by Elon Musk to shut the Iron Curtain, sorry, Elon, to shut the gate on voting and to make it harder with more barriers. And under the rubric, the Orwellian rubric of voter integrity laws, which is really voter suppression laws. to make it harder and harder and harder for people to vote. Shorten the hours of voting on actual election day. Eliminate drop boxes. Eliminate and make very difficult the use of mail ballots. You didn't get, your signature at the end there, the last letter, the pen died. Done, provisional ballot, put it over here in the dumpster. Armed service person serving our country overseas, the most courageous thing you can do. It came in half a day late. I can't read. I can't read it. It got wet. Provisional ballot. It was Democratic. Make it hard on the day of election. Make it hard to register to vote. 16 pieces of identification you got to carry around with you. Perjury certification under penalty of perjury, not enough anymore. Challenge everything. Challenge at the election office. Challenge at the voting booth. Challenge on the streets. Challenge voter registration. Hard, hard, hard. If the high bar to vote was 3 feet, make it 12 feet. Hopefully a lot of people won't go over it. That's what we're watching. And now on that side, you got the voter suppression laws. And then you got Elon Musk and his mother who think it's okay to, like, I hate to say this, drag a $100 bill through a trailer park to get votes. Apologies to people who live with dignity in trailer parks. It's just an old joke. Maybe a little bit impolite, but you get my point. They're going to pay $47 a head to try to collect votes. That's what they're going to do now. We're clipping coupons for votes. That's not the right way. You can't buy the election that way. You can't buy votes. It's morally repugnant, it's unconstitutional, and it's against our laws. And all that Elon Musk's mother is asking for, frankly, is to have further violations of the election laws and criminal law by encouraging people who aren't qualified to vote and aren't citizens to vote because, quote unquote, the Democrats are doing it. They're not doing it. Dead people did not vote in Georgia in large numbers. There was a couple. Dead people did not vote in Arizona. There were a couple. Felons are not voting. We're not taking people across the border from Mexico and registering them to vote on site. These people have a lot more to worry about upon arrival in America, especially if they're coming through the Rio Grande or through a border. Then where do I sign up to vote? And the Dems aren't paying them to do that. I know that Musk, who I don't really understand, he came to this country as an immigrant from another country, Jewish American, doesn't like to talk about that, doesn't like to talk about the countries, the Soviet Union he came from. He's supposed to be like a success story, a Horatio Alger story. Instead, he's become the Antichrist, the antithesis, sorry, there it goes, of patriotism, attacking other people, encouraging an inhumane immigration policy. Close the borders. Okay. What happened to asylum? What happened to Emma Lazarus's poem at the base of the Statue of Liberty? Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. Where is that? That brought my people to this country, my wife's people to this country. No, instead we've got let's criminalize people attempting to exercise their right to vote and threaten them and intimidate them. And then flip it on its head and say, we'll pay you to vote for us. And we'll pay you to commit crimes. We gotta get big money out of politics. We gotta get big money out of campaigning. We gotta get Elon Musk and his mother out of the election process. And you know what's gonna happen if Donald Trump wins? Heaven forbid. Is he's gonna reward Elon Musk with some major position, head of Government Waste and Inefficiency Department, another Orwellian thing. Head of something, whatever he wants, he's going to give it to him. Elon Musk was reasonably amusing when he was making sort of inferior, poorly crafted electric cars and creating drills to make subways in Las Vegas and trying to save poor children who were going to drown in a cave in Thailand or wherever. He's a lot less interesting as he's become a major obstructionist of our way of life, our democracy, our constitutional republic. I get he wasn't from this country, but learn I mean, and he's hanging around with Donald Trump, who doesn't know a darn thing about the co-equal branches of government or the United States Constitution or his role in it. But come on, enough is enough. To watch Elon Musk literally jump for joy at a Butler, Pennsylvania event recently for Donald Trump is all you need to know. And to gaslight us, to tell the Democrats that we're the threat to democracy, while he's standing next to Donald Trump, who's done a full frontal assault on democracy for the last 4 years, if not before, is an assault to our intelligence and to our intellect and to our patriotism. We'll continue to follow Elon Musk, his mother, the SEC looking into them. The Secret Service is investigating Elon Musk because he made a veiled threat towards Kamala Harris about basically calling for an equalizer, that somebody should try to take her out. I don't mean for dinner, to balance what's happened to Donald Trump. Secret Service is interested in that. Securities and Exchange Commission interested in everything that happens at Twitter and things that Elon Musk says that violate securities laws. And now I want the FEC to go investigate both Mama Musk and Baby Musk. God, sounds like a dark Disney movie, with talking animals, but it's not. And I want them to be investigated as well. We'll follow it all at the intersection of law and politics right here. Free subscribe to Legal AF MTN. You're not going to find better in terms of analysis, the intersection of law and politics. We've got Court Accountability having joined us and doing their playlist with us. They're a great investigative body, and they're dedicated as well to pointing out and illuminating and shining a light on corruption at the federal court system up to the United States Supreme Court, led by the Federalist and MAGA. Court Accountability, you're going to love their work. We already have a series of hot takes up about their work, their new research papers, their new project, their new Project 2025. What the F, WTF, and their new website exploring that all here. Legal AF MTN. It's free, subscribe, and help us get to 200,000. Until then, I'm Michael Popok, and I look forward to seeing you here with me again. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.